I see it as oxygen. Does that make sense? Like, it's there. It's not gonna go away, but you can't see it, kind of thing. Like, you don't notice it. It's just normal. For me personally, it's just like, it's normal to breathe. It's normal to blink.
It can grow. It has branches, so there's lots of like different areas, different people. But as we know, trees produce wood, so if you know how, you can try and maybe use it to your advantage.
I would say it's a predator. Definitely, it's like that thing, that messed up alien predator thing that Rambo fight in the jungle. It's like that. It's like that. It will keep itself calm and invisible, and then boom, pop up and kill you.
A tear did come to my eye, but anger probably overwhelmed the weeping, or there was a tear to my eye.
I got told when I was 13 years old, and at the time, I thought my world ended. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. My doctor, they said, we've got something to tell you, and I can't remember the specific words, but it was something on the lines of, you have HIV, and I was like, wow.
She tried to do it subtly, but I got a bit annoyed. Then I told my mum to hurry up. I was just annoyed because she kept on, taking her time instead of just getting to the point.
Oh, that I remember like it was yesterday. It was funny because it was like we were watching EastEnders. There was a character in EastEnders, Mark. He contracted it from someone, and then my mum was just like, yeah, that's what you've got.
I thought they were joking, because all that time, from I was a baby, from I was young, I was told I had pneumonia.
I felt angry at my mum because I felt lied to and deceived. Just like the knowledge that you've known this for years about me, but I haven't known about myself for years.
My first reaction was like, yeah, okay. And then after a while, I don't know, I started to realize that it's serious. Like, it's not just a flu, like.
And my father left my mum before I was born, when she was pregnant.
She told me you was on holiday, like you went France, this and that. And then, I don't even remember the day she told me he died. I just think I just knew he wasn't coming back, either way. It's like, it's not hard to see really when someone's not coming to the house, like, ever really. And like, after a year or two, I think I just realized.
What I thought over the years, she found out about her status through me when I was born. Because my sister's everyone's negative besides me, so I'm like the lucky one. So I only found out about a couple of months ago that it wasn't that story. She didn't find out because of me. She found out when my dad passed away in his death certificate that he was positive. It must have been hard for her to kind of sit there and explain to her child that you're HIV positive because of me. I blamed her for the whole lying thing, but then I realised why she had to kind of protect me. But I blame my dad a lot. Until I stopped. But yeah, I blamed him a lot.
Yeah, I don't ever remember myself asking her about my dad. But I do remember her telling me something about cocaine, my dad, and somewhere along the lines of him being dead.
I think you know, it was really bad to leave my mum and upset her like that, especially when she was pregnant. For me, I don't worry about not having a father in my life because I've lived all my life like that, so it's just normal for me.
Literally up until last year, I was like, I cannot stand you. How can you do this to my mum and how can you do this to me? And has so much resentment. Even I'm, quite close to his side of the family, has so much resentment. But then I came to realise that I don't know where he got it from. And if someone felt like that towards me, I'd feel horrible, like, it's not my fault. And it might not have been his fault. He may have got it from birth. Actually, he didn't get it from birth. He may have got it from anywhere, I'm not too sure. I don't know if he got it before he was with my mum, or I used to think you cheated on my mum and you've done this and you've done that. All sorts of things. I used to hate him really badly. But then I thought, I can't hate a dead man. He's not around to kind of defend himself. And I think it was just easier to blame him because he wasn't around. I couldn't blame my mum.
Can't blame him, like, his life's done. So I blame my mum. It's the way it goes.
I don't really feel like telling anybody. I just don't think that any of my current friends need to know that information. It's not something that's relevant to them.
I told one girl, and the only reason why I told her was I had to break up with her. I just didn't want to be with her anymore, really. And then I told her, she ends up getting with some guy that I just hate. And then next thing you know it, everybody's at the end of my road talking shit like, oh, putting me on the spot about, yeah, you've got this, you've got that, you've given it to her. And I was just denying it. I was just like, you lot are talking shit. Like, I went to my house and then they were just outside, just taunting. And then this one guy that she tried to get with, he's just been on my case. It's like he's had a grudge from day one.
It's just like, really? Come on, use your brain. Because sometimes I might hear, age is the one that you get when you drink from the same cup as someone. And I'm like, yeah, and you're in top set for science,
I ended up buying the portion of chips, and then he was doing the same thing, like talking like shit, like it would just like say it like a friend, but I know he's being serious. And one day he just ended up grabbing my portion of chips, yeah, and just putting his whole hand in there like some fucking monkey and just pulling out the chips, like. And that day I just went mad, grabbed a fat knife and just come, and I was gonna kill him. And then police come around the corner. It was like, that's the day I said, I got saved. Ever since then, I've just kept myself to myself, listened to my rhythms, my tunes, and that's it. I just smoke my weed, chill with maximum 5 friends, and that's it. Keep myself to myself.
First told someone when I was 16. That was a person I didn't understand. And he just went ballistic. And I was like, okay. And then me and my partner got together. I didn't tell him until 3 years into the relationship. But I was literally just shaking. I was like, it's been 3 years. I'm going to kind of break this down kind of thing.
I just think I should only tell a person if I need to tell them, really. If you were in a sexual relationship, that person would need to know. That's all I can think of that you would need to tell someone.
I just didn't find the right time. I thought to myself, okay, right, I want to go in there today, I'm going to go tell him. And I don't know, it just didn't happen. I don't know if it was... I don't know if it's a good thing that it didn't happen, because it might have been the right time for me to tell him 3 years later. But I think I just got scared and I got all those doubts. Same way I felt when I actually did tell him. It was the same feeling, but I think that time was like, all right, kind of sort yourself out and tell him. I did push myself like a lot, like, right, go on then. Like, this is the time, right now. And it just didn't happen, it just wouldn't come out.
Yeah, the first time was with a slag as well, when I was just loose. I was reckless, because I was so young as well. It was like, I didn't even go to Quack. Like, I didn't know anything about what I had. And that was straight unprotected. Like, I was around her house every day. I gave her number to the hospital and they got in contact and said, yep, she took a test, she hasn't got it. Well, no, they didn't even tell me that. They just told me she took a test. So either way, I still don't know, but I'm never gonna know. But what I do know is that my friend, my younger friend, the one that knows about me as well, he fucked her as well. And without a condom, and I was just like, no, that's loose, like, can't be doing shit like that. And then, I don't know, like, 4 months we were all like on edge, like, because we didn't know if he had contracted it or not, and like everybody was worried, and I was just thinking, shit, I'm gonna have his family like at my throat. And it's just like, but either way he didn't contract it, so that was the happy thing, man. That was all good.
Well, there was a time when in fact he had protected sex for all those years, and then he said, I want to not have protected sex, and I was like, no. Like, why not? I was like, no. And he was like, why? Then we had like, this really big argument because he thought I was doing stuff with other people and all sorts of things, and I was like, that was when I thought, I don't want him to think I'm doing anything else. I'd rather tell him that I'm HIV positive, but I kind of thought in my head, okay, maybe it's better that he thinks I'm doing something else than to know my status, because then he'll go. But it was kind of like I was stuck. I was stuck so badly. I spoke to my best friend as well. I was like, how am I going to tell him? And then, it's crazy, the things we do when we're young. I don't know if this is even allowed to be spoken about, but she said to me, oh yeah, don't worry, just have unprotected sex and slip the pep in his drink. And I was like, okay, I can't slip pep in his drink because it's every day for 4 weeks. And she's crazy. So obviously that couldn't work. And it's just like, is there any other way to kind of do it without telling them? And I was like, no, there is literally no other way.
I was mostly just pissed off because I was just thinking, how am I gonna like find a girl and like live a life and like have a family and all of this, all of that. And then I just thought I need to find someone in the same situation, like in the same boat, and I did. But that's it. That's the only good reason, really. Like, there's nothing else.
He wasn't actually angry with me. He was angry with my dad. Weirdly enough, he wasn't angry with me at all. He said I could have told him earlier, but because he was never in any danger, I said, well, why should I? I don't need to tell you. So I kind of came with like an attitude kind of approach, like, you don't need to know, Like, yeah, but you could have put me in. I said, yeah, I could have put you in danger, but I didn't, so you don't really need to know anything.
The thing is, you have to... I'm not sure about the response if I told the girl that, but I'd have to think carefully about disclosing that to someone, You'd have to have a close bond with that person.
I know she contracted it off another guy. And at first I was thinking, is she good? Can I really make this girl my girlfriend? And then, oh no, I just got to know her and just found out what she was about. I just wanted to find out whether she was a slag or not. and that's it. I found out she was a good girl. She doesn't fuck around. Like, she is literally, I don't know, I would say the perfect girl.
I'm gonna have my children regardless. I want a good 6. Don't tell him that, but I want a good 6. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be a mum, and nothing will stop me doing that.
I don't know, I could have been a less angry person. My mum says it every day, really, like how calm my dad was and how mad I am, but I don't know, I think that's the only thing that would change if I didn't have it. I reckon I would have just been a calm person and I wouldn't be angry as much anyway.